Thank you. Come on. Anyone there? Can you hear us? Is anyone there?
Oh, we haven't advertised.
Looks a non-runner. Here we go. We're away. We're off. There's two now. There's two in the lead. Oh, it's back to one. So what's happened there? 1 up, 1, 2 down.
We haven't advertised it, have we?
Nah.
It's 3.
Yep.
Can you hear us?
Thumbs up. Can you hear us? Don Mingo. Thank you.
Yes, it's working.
It's working. Yeah, we've just come on. We weren't going to come on, but we decided to come on because maybe it's a bit boring at the moment for people to come on and try and make these laugh.
Yeah.
Tell a few stories and.
You can ask any questions you like.
Yes, anything.
So just wait till a few more come on.
8 now. Ooh, we're getting there. Ooh, looks. Oh, it's up to 10. Come on. All the either come, they're on. Ciao and Co, both legends.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Emma's bigger legend than me, though. Something to do, yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah.
So, any questions at all, you can fire them tonight.
Yeah. I'll need a solicitor. Scrappy's on the floor at the bottom, listening to everything. So he knows what to say. Yes, I know, don't you, son? 14.
Good.
Oh.
Big fella. 16.
Thank you very much. 16 on now. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a bit better now. A lot better than I was, but still nowhere out of the woods. Why did they say out of the woods? I've never been in the woods. We're nearly out of the woods yet. But I've never been in the woods, doctor. Yeah, but we're getting remember my stupid jokes like Banyoks. Yeah.
But did you ever meet any of the old-time strongmen?
Not really, no. I've trained like Donny Yates, people like that. Bertel Fox, you remember him? He was huge black lads from the 80s, absolutely monstrous. Should have won the 1983 Mr. Olympia. I met him and trained with him in the Olympia gym in Redcar. Loads of top bodybuilders I met from years and years ago. Brian Buchanan. Loads of good lads. You know, you get in bodybuilding. Mark Lanny was another good lad. He started about him the other day from Grangestown, where he won the North Britain. Trained with him. Yeah. Barry Gardner, he was in the Mr. Universe. George Foster, Mr. Universe, Mr. Britain. Lee Little, Mr. Britain. He's my friend from Redcar, but he lives in Middlesbrough. Yeah, we were in that. We were in the golden era, I would say, bodybuilding. Then there was better physiques. You had that tiny waist and the wide shoulder, where now they've got the bloated stomach with too much. Yeah, the V shape. Yeah, so they've got that now shape where they're huge, but I think it's not as aesthetic as the word, meaning. Frank Zane was probably one of the best. He probably like Frank Zane was built like Stallone, so people could get that physique because he wasn't that far ahead of people. But he had a 16-inch bicep, 16-inch calf, 16-inch neck, which is all symmetrical. And aesthetic means it's in proportion. He'd have a small waist, a biggish chest, and everything was in proportion. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think he only weighed about 13 stone, couldn't believe that he beat him in the Mr. Olympia. But it's because his physique was in proportion and it was pleasing to look at. But now they're just full of steroids. And don't get me wrong, they were taking steroids then, but now it's just gone beyond, I think, just too big.
Hey, Carol, are you gonna? Right, Ciao and Co, what does the future hold for you both?
The future holds a brilliant future because I'm going to be with her forever. And Scrappy and Bronson, the other dog. We just want to help as many people as we can. We're both Christians. Lots of our friends are Christians, and we just want to help people who are struggling with mental health, people who are struggling with drug addictions. We've both been there. We both know what it's about, and we both can give advice, good advice.
Yeah.
And that's all we will give, good advice. We won't make things up. If we don't know about it, we'll just tell you go and see a doctor. But we know quite a lot between the both of us.
Looks like you're getting the movement back in your hands, mate.
Yeah, that one's smashing the left compared to what it was. It was gone. It said 3 months to 3 years, something crazy. I'm not having that. So the physio come yesterday. I can't believe the difference in 2 weeks, the change in your butt. I'm still struggling to walk. Emma's still having to help me, guide me about a bit. But my right hand's still really bad, so they're going to get me in the Cook Hospital.
So James Cook Spinal Rehabilitation Centre. So it's got like up to date hydro pools, and it's got an up to date gym, and it's got loads of stuff that can be beneficial to Brian. So
Dr. Babahita, who did the operation, he's referred me to there with another specialist from Cook Hospital. So the letters have gone through, and the physio's referred us as well. So it'll be much better. Because I'm 20 odd stone and I'm walking, it's hard. But I've dropped a little bit of weight. But in there, it's just you're underwater, so you can do a lot more, can you? Hands and stuff. So it will rehabilitate me a lot quicker than that, just sitting about in the house. But I'm still doing little exercises for things and crushing plastic bottles and things like that. And them has got me up and down and walking a little bit. But it's going to be. They said I would never walk. I might never walk again when I went in. Didn't they? They said, but I tell you might never walk again. But with the grace of God, pray to God, and I'm walking. So
God bless you both. Love you, Shores. Are you supporting Scotland or England in the Euros?
But I'm doing both because we all from the.
I know Scotland are out now, so Scotland are out. Yeah.
So we've got to support England, haven't we?
Yeah. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. This computer. Right. Looking better, Brian.
Yes, thank you. At the end of the day, it's only a game of football. People take it too serious, don't they? When they go all crazy fighting at matches and everything, it's just a game of football.
If you have big legs, does it mean you can be a big puncher? I
think that's my theory. Whoever's asked me, who's
it? It's Joe Bedford.
Well, Joe, I think what it is when you look at smoking Joe Fraser, massive legs. Muhammad Ali, big legs. George Foreman, massive legs. Prince Naseem, when he was small, massive legs. They all have that big, massive left hook and massive knockout. So I definitely think all the power comes from your legs. So it's definitely, you see other people are not as big as legs, and you've got to remember this as well. It's like a house, the foundations. I think you've got to train your legs especially when you're bodybuilding powerlifting, you've got to train your legs the most hardest. I know it's the hardest thing you do. You see these people going in massive upper bodies with little tiny legs because they don't like doing legs because it's the hardest body part. But what it actually does, if you train your legs hard, it helps your started doing. It helps your upper body progress 20% more, and it gives you more testosterone in your body. So training your legs for definite and big legs, I definitely think that's where the power comes from in boxing.
Oh, thank you, Donna. You're looking beautiful as always, Emma. Do you know what, Donna? I've got my pajamas on, and I think I'm going through the change because Brian's got the heating on, haven't you? Because you're cold, and I'm blooming boiling hot. So I'm sat here like that.
An hour, half an hour. That's what it is. We've just had what we had. Paisley.
We had mackerel and little potatoes, didn't we?
Small potatoes, and she lost 2.5 stone. So we're on all these crazy mad diet food things. Nice though. I'm starving now.
I piled the weight on in that lockdown. It was a nightmare.
No, but it's all coming off you now. Yeah. You're looking really good. So a lady who we hadn't seen for a while, where she gets her cigarettes from Tesco, said, remember you haven't lost some weight, you look amazing. So, and she's going, I'm on the scale and I've only lost half a pound. I'm getting gas, but it doesn't work like that. So anyway, she's been training, both of us. But this week she's been looking after me, bless her, since she come out. They're running about for me. She's losing weight. She's on the brand Cockerill diet, looking after me. I'll run up the stairs, back down the stairs, go up the stairs, get me this, get me that.
Chow and Co said, who is the hardest out you both? I'd say definitely me.
Definitely no chance. Show me your right hand. Just do me right hand, go on.
I can't forget my nails.
Yeah, she's being modest now. Yeah.
I'm saving it for someone special.
Yeah, I would like to be him. He gets caught with that right hand. I'm talking about it the day. It's devastating, that right hand. That'll destroy anyone. No, what I do is I just let her get her own way. I just bite the tongue up. F off underneath.
They were also saying that to you the other day, Phil Taylor, the darts player.
Oh yeah, Phil Taylor contacted us the other day. And his missus is the boss. He said, he was talking to Phil the other day, what a legend he is, Phil the Power Taylor.
So he's going to come and visit us next week, so that'll be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Phil the Power Taylor, we love you. And he phoned me and said to me, Emma said, he probably won't know you, because he was sat near because you phoned Glenn Durrant as well, another world
Glenn
champion.
Durrant had got in touch with us and said, Phil Taylor's watched one of Brian's documentaries, so I thought he'd have watched it off, like Amazon or something like that. And then he said, Brian's had a hard life, hasn't he? Does he live near you, Glenn? And Glenn said, yeah. He said, I'd love a cup of coffee with him one day. Well, it turned out it was Brian's favourite dart player of all times.
Yeah.
So then last week, Glenn Durrant got in touch and said, have you got your number? Phil's coming down next week for a funeral. So the next thing he phoned up and said, you Chuck, didn't he?
Yeah.
Duck,
Duck, yeah. Because they're from
wife.
Stoke and they're on Trent, that's all they talk on there. But absolutely. Anyway, it's the Phil, the power tail. I went,
so I said, you probably won't know about your hospital operation today.
Oh, you know, how's your back?
So
how you doing?
All YouTube.
I watch all these, I'm fascinated by all the stuff you've done before and that. And I'm like, I'm talking to the biggest legend of ever in darts. He won it 16 years. He won it 13 years in a row, but to speak to a megastar like that has given me a massive boost. And you keep doing what you're doing, big fella, but texting me all night, wasn't he?
Yeah, so they said there's some lovely videos and they just crazy like us.
Yeah, they live the same type of house, the same type of cul-de-sac, so
yeah.
They both want us to go down there. So that is absolute legends and an honour to speak to that man and his wife. Was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. So let me look. Evening everyone, let me have a look. I always do that with that computer. How important is the power of positivity?
Yeah.
That's off Carol.
Yeah.
Very important, isn't it?
Yeah, God's the most important thing in the whole universe, the galaxy, whatever you want to call it. He's the creator of all of us, so he knows best. But if you pray to him, you do get your prayers do come true, you know. But if you're negative all the time, you're going to be negative. If you're feeling down and gloom and feeling upset and all the time, you've got to pull yourself down, you know. So you've got to try and pull it, even though things aren't going the right way. It's like me at the moment. I'm a bit depressed, being that you can't train, can't do it. But there's people dying every day of the week with COVID, and there's people getting knocked over and killed and things like that. So you've got to be positive. You've got to think, thank you, God, for another day. I've only gained a little bit of maybe a few inches a day walking and things like that, but it's still a gain in it. So I'm not going to go. So the worst thing I can do, the doctor says, do too much and then put yourself back. So,
and then when you're around them people, Carol, I always find it's like they end up sucking life out. You know, them people that are doom and gloom, and then it's like you come away from them feeling down, don't you? But whenever I speak to you on the phone, Carol, you always have me in stitches. So.
Yeah, they're always Carol's always funny, and I know she's taught there, Carol, because she's laughing that much, and they're always giggling on the phone like two schoolgirls.
Good to see you, big guy. Lots of love. Liverpool.
Thank you, guys, from the Liverpool.
Would Brian go into school and give talks about his life and staying on the right path? Yeah, you've done that, haven't you?
We've already done that. I've been in like 3 schools now, but we've already been asked to go into more schools and prisons. Doncaster,
Doncaster prison.
I think Leeds was on about asking us to go. We spoke to another guy, and he's trying to get us in home house now. We were supposed to speak to Graham Seeds, and he's done about you'll definitely be good going into the prisons. And Bram said you'll do really well because they'll listen to you.
Yeah. Do you think Pat Tate was the real deal?
Didn't really know that. I can't put an analogy on them to tell you the truth. It's like someone tried me to do a documentary not long ago, when the Craze documentary, and I pulled myself out of it because I said I can't give an opinion on the Craze because I wasn't around. So I pulled myself out of that documentary. I wasn't bothered about the money because I can't make something up about someone or say something about someone what I didn't know. And they were in the 60s. I was born in the 60s, so I couldn't do that, so I pulled myself out of that documentary. So you can't. It's like people say to me, "Could you beat Lenny McLean?" Well, you can't say that because Lenny was the best in his day, and Roy Shaw, they're legends, they're great people. You can't not put them down. You couldn't be the best in your day, and I was the best in my day up here, without a shadow of a doubt. And that's not me trying to be big-headed; it's just the truth. But you can't go in the past and say, "I could have beaten him, and I could have done this, could have done that." You can only do what you can do now. I couldn't beat Emma. Tony said, "You would be the hardest fight you've ever had." I said, "I will ask when she's in the mood." Phil Taylor will be laughing at that because his lass is the same.
Donna can't tell ever I was thinking how nice your makeup looked. Guess what, Donna, I've done tonight? I haven't even put any facial makeup on, and Brian told me this trick. He reckoned all the bottles were using it, right? And tonight, because I was in a rush, I thought my skin looked a bit dry. And I've used Vaseline. He always puts it on, right? And I put it on tonight, and it just gives like me a massive glow.
Can you tell me I'm looking beautiful in mine at the moment?
But it has, and it feels better. So I've just put a bit of
I've been using it. I used to use it when I was boxing. And I used to start using it. It stops your wrinkles and it hydrates your face because the Vaseline in it. It's really good.
But my friend Kerry did my eyebrows the other day. Kay Williams, she's brilliant.
Yeah, she's great. And she did my hair. That's why it's
and I think that's made a massive difference. So I don't use it, I haven't done. Thank you as well, Donna.
You seem to go out one of the Kardashians you're looking after there.
Hope the recovery's going well, Brian.
Yeah, it's going fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone.
Don said that's made him laugh because he thought he was going soft. He's put the heating on it. No, but you've been putting it on a lot lately, haven't you?
Well, I never, Emerald, tell you, I can sit with my shirt off.
I'm boiling.
But since these vertebrae, these spinal cords been released, it's sending signals. So I'll speak to someone the other day on the internet thing, like, you know, like not speaking, like looking at YouTube, and they were talking that you feel freezing cold. It's a side effect because the nerves are starting to come back. They can take 18 months to 2 or 3 years before they come back. But if they do come back, some people get 40, 50, 60%. But if I get another 40%, I'll be over the moon, because I'll be a lot better than what I was. So I'm grateful. I'm still here, and I'm not in a wheelchair. That's the great thing.
Don't mind going nowhere, Taylor. Yeah, we couldn't believe it, honestly. I said, oh, you've made his night talking to him. And he went, behave. He said, it's just so down to earth. But what I'm going to try and do, Don, is when he's here, I'm going to try and kidnap him for a little bit of a YouTube. So keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, he said he's coming up. Right. Well, yeah, just down to earth, just the Council Street lad like us. Won the world title, never ever gone to his head. He's not one of them people who drive around a big show of cars and nothing. He's just a lovely, lovely man, and his wife was lovely. His grandkids were there and everything.
Yeah, just so funny, lovely.
They were really funny, telling jokes. And I said, "Oh, I can't believe it. You behaving yourself, you know." And he said, "What about you? There's a ambulance." And I went, "No, how are you?" And he was going. He said, "I know all about you. What's all your stuff? I'm fascinated by it." So to get that off somebody like that gives you the buzz, especially when you're poorly. When I wasn't very well.
Have you ever tried arm wrestling, Brian?
No, not really.
Somebody taught me a trick with arm wrestling.
Yeah, there's a trick with it.
Like what you do is, I can't do it with these nails on, but
don't break my arm.
No, I won't do it. But let me show you what you're supposed to do. When you grab them, you're supposed to they're supposed to press your point.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that. That's well enough. Sam showed me the choke. Don't start. From Crosland showed me the choke. I think I forgot all how to do it now. I forgot how to do it. But I'll have to come back round. He's a good guy.
Big respect to Brian, what life he's had, what a guy. Hard on it, right, hold on. Brian and Emma, respect to you both. Let's have a look. Any more questions?
Any questions? Anything?
Don Mengo, get me Phil Taylor's autograph. Do you know what, Don? You've been that good with us.
Yeah, we'll get that 100%.
I promise you now, we will.
Yeah.
We will. So, and we'll get it personalised to you. I won't let him out of the house until he does it.
180.
Let me have a look. He said he's jealous. You're both inspirations, and I hope
thank you.
It turns, and I hope to turn out half the man you are by now. That's lovely.
Oh, thank you, mate.
Great to see you. Love from Gateshead.
Thank you, guys. A lot of the guys. I was in prison actually with a lot of guys from Gateshead. I'm really good lads. Mark Steele.
Any holidays planned? I think we all need one. With it being this all on the no travelling and stuff, but we do need to go to Turkey, don't we?
Yeah, but we don't. You can't do anything at the moment. It's COVID on, COVID off, COVID. You don't know where you're at with the government. No disrespect. I'm not calling them or saying anything, but it's COVID. The league's down. Everyone's getting back to the shops and open. If they start to do well, boom, going to shut down again.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know what the
plan is. I wonder if it's that light. That's hot on me.
No, it's not that light.
Must be going through the change then.
Must be going through the change.
Might end up doing you in then.
I could hear the night. I could hear the night. Psycho. I think this is a build-up. They tell me this. Opposite. I even told them last week. I was going through the change on YouTube. That's why I said them 56 times.
That's brilliant.
Norman Bates. Emma Bates.
Oh. That's brilliant. My son's in a special school, and the next gangster comes into their school. It does make a difference to them.
I was in a special school, mate, as a kid. So there's no shame that I couldn't read and write. Probably had dyslexia. I was in there, and then that's when I was always off school. So I got picked on a lot because you were on the bus going, the spacker bus, the window liquor bus, and all this. So I really had it bad as a kid. But you've just got to fight for back and just, you'll get there back. You know what I mean? So no wrong with being in a special school.
No, there isn't that at all.
None whatsoever. I loved it, I'll tell you the truth. It was great. The teachers were brilliant with us.
Jokes aside, Brian, your skin does look good. So
thank you very much.
Must be the Vaseline.
Thank you. Maybe a cream coming out there, sponsor me. Yeah. It's all the good food. And then being out with Marty Turner, just like to thank Marty Turner and Peter Robbo, being again today now, great friend. Maniok, absolutely brilliant lad he is, fantastic, comes around, tells us worst jokes of the world, but they're that bad you laugh. But it's funny, he said, I got off it when I went boxing. He said, I've got your good news and I've got your bad news. He said, what's the bad news? He said, you've got, I've forgot the joke now. I forgot the joke now, he told me. I forgot it on you. I forgot. The boxing joke he told me, he said, you got there. He said, you've got something. I forgot the joke now. That's even funny now. I forgot it.
Brian, what's your favourite food?
Favourite food? I like a lot of chicken stuff. I like steak, well cooked. But I love the food from Flames Grill in Thornaby. Marvin and Shab, Amy and Babe. I've got the restaurant there. It's fantastic, the food, isn't it? And the parmesans are out as well. But that's my favourite food. That's my favourite restaurant as well.
Yeah, 180 done. Good to see Brian on the mend. How are we doing, Brian? You feeling any better?
Feel a lot better. Been in the hospital for a couple of days, missing her, mad. Got home to her and felt like a different person. Just to be in your own house, you know, and be with your wife, and the dog was there. The dog was sent him to the vet, but he was dying. He'd had a bit of a mental breakdown, didn't he, without me here, and he was shaking, he couldn't eat, his back legs weren't working, so she had to take him to the vet, but it was pining when they had
pining, yeah.
I've had him since he was 7 weeks old.
Oh, Carol, you know I was really sick, wasn't I? I was on the phone to you half the time before I got into the vets and stuff, and even Carol thought, when I showed her on FaceTime, she thought he was really, really ill.
His dad, wasn't he?
Yeah. He said he's smothered in Vaseline now, save a place for me. Who said his skin looks good.
Well, to tell you what's good for guys, you have a shave and you get a bit of a soft. You put it on after shaving, before you put your aftershave on. Maybe get a shave an hour before. Put the Vaseline on. It doesn't have to take that sting out your face. Then put your aftershave on afterwards. Yeah. Stops you getting little nicks and stuff. And
yeah.
Good.
Brian, are you still in contact with the crew from your original documentary, Donald McIntyre?
Well, I haven't spoke to Donald for about a year, but he did put a forward in the book I did, and he was contacting me. We're supposed to go to America.
Still got his number.
We're supposed to go to America and do some television series with him, but it all fell through with the COVID. But I've still got his number, and I've still got contact of him, but there's nothing to contact about at the moment, as nothing's going on, you see.
Domingo, Brian's whole outlook is miles better than a few weeks back. It is, and I looked at a video that I took of him on the phone to now, Don, from the first day he came out of hospital, like to now, it's like remarkable, isn't it, really, the change? Yeah. Scrappy's because I'll show him. Right, look. Can you see him?
There he is in the corner.
You know what he's wanting, don't you?
Yeah, he's after it's WK time, and he's looking at me because he can spell as well. So what he does, he'll go paw and that, and she'll pretend to go to sleep.
I'll show you him again.
Oh, there he is. WLK.
He's watching ears.
Say WLK. Let's look at his face.
His head goes to the side.
He knows how to spell it. He'll start trying in a minute now. Yeah. No, not yet. In a bit. Look, you've started it now. Yeah. Paul me. Yeah,
so
keep on
funny,
there now. Yeah, he's funny.
Right.
It's weird because does anyone out there know, right? I've got a few dogs. They seem to know the exact time when it's to go. Look, he's crying now because he knows I've spelled the word out. He knows the word, so he knows that it's about 5 minutes, 10 minutes before, or 10 minutes after, he starts whinging for the league thing.
Yeah.
And they won't stop until he gets out.
I've been a nurse for years. You're doing very well after the surgery you've had. Keep it up, and God bless. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
He is doing well, but I think you've been doing a little bit too much, haven't you? And he doesn't think so. But I mean, in the car and that, sitting in the car for loads of times.
Training. I'm not.
So he was sat for about 8 hours yesterday in the car, and I think
he took us out. That got lost.
That made you tired.
Made me tired. Thought I'd been to the moon and back. Yeah.
He's got you both well trained on about Scrappy, beautiful dog. Yep, he is. So, Brian.
Yes, love.
Any more questions off you, lot?
Yeah.
Come on, Don.
I've just put some people out there want to train.
Donna.
Sorry, some people out there who want to train. We're starting a new training routine thing. I showed you how to train to get into the training, doing 3 days a week, 2 weeks, full body workout. I'll put it on my YouTube channel, you can see. And I've also started for Monday's training. We're going to be doing back and biceps. And why are we doing back instead of chest? Everybody does chest on a Monday. So when you go to the gym, you stood waiting like that for ages for the weights and dumbbells. So do back first, the biceps, and the next day do your chest. So little tips there. But we've just done another one today. Probably. So I'm going to be doing 4 days a week routine where you train your full body and a couple of days of walking or something like that. So it helps people who want to train now because they want to get, like I was big before. This is how I started off this routine. So I'm giving it to all the young lads out there, especially with this weather changing, and it gives you something to do instead of sitting in the house doing nothing.
Behind every great man's great woman. Oh, thank you, love from Leeds. Thank you, Dean. Do you regret your past?
No, you can't regret the past because it's gone. That's why it's called the past. We all have pasts. Everybody's got pasts. We've all got things we've done what we shouldn't have done or wish we hadn't done. But you can't regret it because it's done and dusted. But if you didn't do what you did then, and I've said this 1,000 times, you wouldn't know what you knew now. So you can help people not to do what you did in the past and help them stay on the righteousness road and just walk the way Jesus wants you to walk, following his footsteps, and just be. He's the greatest man that ever lived and ever will be. So God's the greatest thing ever, because when you're down, he's always there, no matter what day it is, no matter what time it is. God's with you all the time. He's in your heart.
Sykes or Lee Duffy in a straightener?
I had to say it because if it was in the street, I'd say Lee Duffy. In the ring, it'd be probably Paul Sykes, the professional boxer. But Lee for power would have destroyed him if he hit him. But I'd say Lee Duffy definitely for me.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Carol? Spent a lot of years with Lee. Someone's saying Sykes or Lee Duffy in a straightener. Carol saying plug our book as well. What you think on Stoltman winning the world's strongest man?
Unbelievable, absolutely brilliant. Scottish brothers, absolutely brilliant. Our friend actually trains with him.
Mike Bickers.
Mike Bickers trains with him. He said absolutely brilliant people.
He's a lovely lad, Mike.
And he's come to see us any day now, and probably do another podcast with him. But he's a lovely. To them to win it would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable for him, especially for Scotland as well. But there's two of them. I think there's actually three of them. I think, but they're both unbelievable. I think he's 7 foot tall, just phenomenal. He's the best ever at the lifting the stones. No one in the world's ever. He's got the world record. I don't think I'll ever beat what he's done from that.
Donna said how he always is happy and buzzing together. Oh, Donna, we've had our days.
I'll go upstairs in a huff. See what it is now. We've been back. Can't go upstairs in the huff, can I? Because I can't walk upstairs.
No, he used to do, Donna. We could always tell when he's in the mood. He used to go and stomp upstairs, didn't you? And make a load of noise in the kitchen when you're pretending to wash up. Boom, 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 the place.
It's your extra ticket.
I've got to have the last word, don't I?
Is
eating habits a major part of weight training?
100%, yeah. See, most people, the most important part of weight training is your eating, because that's where everyone falls at. You need at least 5 meals a day, maybe 3 meals and 2 protein drinks every 3 hours eat. If you don't eat big, you won't get big. Simple as that. But if you're overweight, obviously you have to diet. You know what I mean? But three good meals and 2 protein drinks, and you need a lot of sleep as well. So, anything to do with training, bodybuilding, running, sprint, anything like that, you've got to be dedicated if you want to be at the top. But if you want to just do that routine I'm giving out now, is really good to start you off. And really top bodybuilders, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Roy Mensa, all them top bodybuilders of the old days. 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10, 90 reps. That's all you need. You don't need to do all these millions of reps and all this millions of machines and everything. Basic barbell and dumbbells are good, and then maybe a pull down machine, and that's it for the tricep stuff.
We're going to say hi to Rob as well.
Yeah, and Rob Holloway, he's our friend from Birmingham. He's fantastic. Him and Danny, fantastic guys as well, supported us all through these court cases. What we're going, that's coming to nearly there now, the 13th next month. So we're looking forward to that because we're going to win that. We know that now. Barrister David said we'll hammer it because it's all true. What we're telling the truth from day one. Yeah. And that's all we ever wanted, is the truth out of these books we've written. I mean, that was my life story I give to these people. My life story, and then he got killed. I don't know how, and you guys know this. I give him my life story, and he changed it around, telling lies about people. So all we wanted was the percentage what I was offered, wasn't it? Yeah. And I still haven't got it. I'm still not even getting paid to this day. So it's just shame on them. So, but we're going through the courts and doing it properly. That was Rob saying that. I said we're just saying how good he is on YouTube. Yeah. So we're going through the courts and through the civil courts. Not over the place, not doing anything else. Through the civil courts, and we're letting the judges sort it out. Hey, Paul. Oh, great. Yeah, definitely see you soon. Brian, do you think... Lovely that you're on, Paul. Brian, do you think training is good for depression? And how do we get someone who can barely get out of bed with depression to start exercising? Well, what you've got to do, you've got to get in the head and you've got to say to yourself, I'm getting up tomorrow. No matter what, I'm getting up. Like well, the sun got up when the house was on fire. So pretend your house is on fire. Or you've got to get up or you're going to die. That's the way I did it. Get out of bed, get a wash, right? Get a cup of coffee, get something to eat, and state yourself, right, today's the day I'm going to change. Today is the day. Even I looked in the mirror at myself when you get on your feet, you bum, get up off the floor, stop being a coward, get up and stop laying in bed, stop being depressed and stop this. And I listened to a lad called George Spencer. He says, if you keep thinking of the past and the memories of the past make you miserable, you're never going to change. So you've got to sever them memories of the past. Keep the good ones, but to forget the bad ones. And that's the only way you'll progress and move forward. If you keep living in the past, every day you get up, you'll be depressed. Yeah. I'm just going to fan myself now.
I'm going to fan myself.
Not that hot. It is not. And what the brain starts producing a thing called serotonin, beta, and gamma, and these are and dopamine, and these are drugs in your brain what you produce when you train. So the natural highs, they cost nothing. You get addicted to it, and it's a good addiction when you start training. And when you train, your mind starts clearing. So healthy body, healthy mind, that's the old saying. Yeah. So yeah, definitely 100%. You've got to get out of bed. You've got to make yourself do it. And just, it's like having any jobs. You've got 50 jobs to do. Just do one a day until they're all done. Just don't kill yourself, and just try and do a little changes every day. If you can change a little bit every day, and you will get there.
Jab to the head. Any tips on cutting down the drugs? Can't stop more than 2 minutes. Can't stop doing it every weekend. I reckon you should just change the people who you usually do it with, or maybe just. I
think the best thing to do is, I always say, is get your phone, take the drug dealers' numbers out, throw it away, throw the phone in the bin if you have to, throw the SIM card away, change your number. Don't hang around with people who are taking drugs if you want to stop drugs, because you're never going to stop it. Don't hang around with people who are taking alcohol if you're an alcoholic, because you're going to go back on it. So disassociate yourself with them, maybe a couple of good friends, your family, who you can trust, to tell them, I want to get off, I want to stop, and stay with them until you get off it. And stop. Don't think after a week thinking I beat it. It's called the honeymoon period. You think, well, I can easy control. No, you can't, because you're still a slave to the drug. The drug keeps getting you back on it and back on it. You never get off it if you hang around with people who are taking it, because you'll always be there tempted. And you'll never get off it if you keep going to drug dealers' houses, because you'll buy it.
Badly,
I've been there that many times. So
I know you two, big fans of you both. So many young lads are going down wrong path. Schools and colleges need Brian to talk to them and educate them about getting a trade and training. I totally agree, Badly Edwards, and we always read your comments, and Brian usually always answers you, doesn't he? But as his hands are a bit bad at the moment, so he's not ignoring any of yours, but he'll get back to answering soon. But yeah, we always look out for Bradley, don't we?
Good lad, Bradley, 100%. We'll always answer his question. But anyone out there who thinks I've been ignorant, I'm not. I can't even hold that. Today's the best day I've used the phone a little tiny bit, but I can't even straight that finger to type or anything. So my hands are still paralysed. Bad, that one. That one's starting to come with it. It's hard to answer the phone with that. It's stiff as well still, but we're getting there.
Right.
I'm not more than I'm just letting you know, guys. I'm not ignoring you.
Yeah. Donna said, Emma, you seem like a lovely, but also a lady that won't take any shit when it comes down to it.
She is. Spot on whoever said that. Donna, 100%. Don't mess with her.
I'm dead calm.
I think it's just changed. One story about that. We were in a nightclub over Bishop Auckland, and somebody offered me drugs, and she heard from about half a mile away, it seemed like. And he went, "Do you want a bit of gear in this?" And I heard that. She ran over about 15 gypsies, or 5 there, like 10 there. She went, "You don't offer my husband drugs again, because I'm telling you, I don't think you're clever, but you got the mic of someone." Brian Cockerill's not the best fighter in here. It's his wife. And that's all what I did it in Red Castle,
but I mean, how stupid the new Brian is. Like, come off, it was like in the early days when you'd come off drugs as well, wasn't it? And it happened in Red, it happened in Red Car as well. Somebody said it, and I heard it straight away, and I said, what are you doing, Brian? Saying, shut up. And I was like, no, because it's, why on earth would you offer people that? Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't take it anyway, though.
I know you wouldn't, but they shouldn't offer you.
I've not even thought about taking it. The thought of it makes me sick now.
What could you deadlift in your prime?
365 kilos was 803 something pound. Was my best, only for one lift, and I squatted the same.
Yeah. Phil Crawford, are you, Phil?
Hello, Phil.
Me and Brian are going to get to meet you one day, definitely. Have you heard of Man Health? It's a peer-led mental health support group. I'm sure we've heard of that.
I'm sure we've seen it.
We'll have to look into it, won't we?
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, definitely heard it in the last few days.
Because there's so many men now, isn't there, that are
every
5
minutes or something, there's someone killed themselves. Especially, I wouldn't know my age. I should say it. You're a lot younger than me.
But there's even youngsters doing it.
Yeah, of course it is, because it is a horrible thing, and all you think what it is when I was in that pit, I call it, like the devil's pit on the drugs, right down deep, going further down and down, like your soul's gone. And you're getting dragged to hell. That's what I think it's like when you're on them drugs and drinking it.
Of course,
dragging you down to hell. The devil has got you, and he loves you being on that. So I call it the devil's dandruff, that cocaine. That's what it is. And once you're on it, you just don't think you can get off it. But when you pray to God and He helps you, you can stay off it, and He gives you a shield, like a sort of armor.
Yeah.
Nothing can penetrate it, and that's what I feel like now. So I was good before. People say, you're more powerful now than no, but you're more powerful than then. I said, no, I'm more powerful now with God in my heart than I was being the best fighter. I'd rather have God any day of the week than being the best fighter. It's just all nonsense to have the best fight. It's all crap.
Are you trying to do the same to Mick Sorby? Oh, you like Mick Sorby, don't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same to Mick Sorby. Mick Sorby, lovely man. Known him since I was about 8-year-old. My mum and dad used to drink with him, and my dad used to drink with him, and his partner, Dennis Measer, he was another lad, and his missus, the Central. Mick's a good lad. He's been poorly for a while now, but looked up to Mick. He usually took me out a few times when I was a kid and looked after us. He's a nice man.
Had you not met Lee, how would you believe your life would have been?
You can't say that, can you? It's like saying, if you didn't bump into the postman, or you didn't get run over, I don't know. I'd probably went into the shop.
You met him though, don't you?
Yeah, I'm glad I met him. I said it was destiny. God done that. So it's God made you. You can't change what's happened because it's God's will.
Ever thought of becoming a personal trainer? You were a personal trainer, weren't you?
Yeah, I was a personal trainer 18-year-old. I worked in the gym for Anthony Berg, Redcar. All the lads used to train there. I used to train with all them. I trained with world-class. I trained with the best bodybuilder in the world. Met Donny Yeard, the best bodybuilder ever. Bertel Fox, like I was telling you, all these top bodybuilders. Tom Platts, the best legs. They call them the quads father. Quads. Your legs, four-headed muscle. And I met him 3 times. I trained in Bill Boyd, so I didn't train with him, but he was training chest. And Bill Boyd was at his gym, he brought him over, and then Don Williams brought him over a couple of times as well. So we met him, only small in height, but one of the best bodybuilders of all time. The Golden Eagle, they called him.
Jane Knox, hi Brian, I'm pleased to see Brian is looking a lot better. Keep up the good work. Tony, hi Brian, good to see you when I'm online. Hi Tony.
Hello Tony, mate. You alright?
Yeah. Let me have a look.
I've got hair for you and itchy nose tonight.
I know I keep going boiling up and keep going like that with the tissue. Donna, always speak out and tell someone as well if you have got that low. Yes, spot on, Donna. Yes, always speak to people. Yeah, you're right.
See what happens there, Donna, is people sit like big tag men, people like myself, and wouldn't admit years ago that I was suffering depression. You wouldn't admit it. Think, nah, nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me when there is something wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with being ill. Like I said, if you break your leg, you go and get a pop. You cut your eye, you go and get it stitched. So when you've got your mind's bad, you've got to go and see the doctor, and they'll give you the right medication, get you right. In a few months, you'll be back to normal. Yeah. And don't be ashamed to say that you've got a mental illness or you're mentally ill or you're ill, because in the end, you will take your own life because it's that depressing. In the end, you just think, I can't do it no more, but you can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Promise you, I've took more drugs than anyone. Was in the worst state than anyone, more suicidal than anyone. And look at me now, I'm happy. Yeah. Jesus is in my heart, my wife, and all you beautiful people out there. Thanks for supporting our channel and being there for us, because you're the ones who are keeping us going, you see.
Christopher, Kickboxer, Buick, I Brian, looking topper.
Thank you.
Mark Goddard, are you doing physiotherapy, Brian? The physios have been coming into the house. They're supposed to be coming 3 times a week, and you're going to the spinal unit at James Cook.
They said it's a waste of time trying to tell you because you know more than us. So they're laughing and said you know exactly what to do. So I've just been doing my own little bits and bobs.
The spinal unit would be good,
that'd be good, yeah, because that's the water stuff and things. So
it's got a proper gym thing on it.
But she couldn't believe the lady who come yesterday how different in 2 weeks. I'd take 10 round.
I bet them nails are painful, Brian.
I wouldn't know. But I know one thing though, she can't open the tin of pop with them.
I can't even open a can of drink for you. I have to stick it out there.
My hand crippled. I have to open the tin for her.
I can't do
went to the Frank fish and chips yesterday. I've told no secret. fish and chips, and we were made like a bit of a cheat day type of thing. And we had a tin of pop, and we were at near the graveyard at the very top of Whitby, where we're taking Tony Turner, our friend from London.
Yeah.
And we sat there and you watched right across the bay. We were sat there, and Mike wouldn't dare come to the graveyard. So we would sat there, and it was a fantastic day. We had with Matt yesterday. We had good fun and good day with Rob today.
I go to the Bishop Auckland one. It's fantastic. More men should seek help. There's no shame in it. Too true.
Yes,
100%. Phil.
100%.
We agree with you. Totally.
Well, when you talk to people who've been through it, Phil, as well, and you were guys at the same age as you, and you talk, but even younger, doesn't really matter. If you're telling them what you feel like, then they tell them what they feel like, and everyone's helping each other, and it's great.
Oh, I've been watching since the beginning of these podcasts, never commented. Thanks for tonight. I was feeling deflated. It's perked me right up. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much.
Always think that, don't think down, always think positive.
Yeah.
And even when you're miserable and you're smiling, make me down, smile.
Yeah.
Just put that smile, look in the mirror and smile at yourself, and smile and smile. In the end, you'll trick your brain and you'll feel better.
Aidan Hughes, are you from Shropshire?
Hello,
Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for commenting and watching.
Bradley Edwards, you both look fantastic. Sparring recovery looks like it's going great. Keep the excellent podcast coming, you two. We will, Bradley. Thank you. It was a spur of the moment tonight, was all, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just popped in my head. Thank you so much for now then.
I said I'm in my pajamas.
I said that. I said you always look beautiful no matter what. Here comes the boss.
Oh, you've got to have a look at him.
He's back again.
He won't leave it alone.
He will not leave it.
Because I usually take him for a walk at a certain time, and he knows, look.
He knows it's time. He's not stupid. He will not stop coming back and forth until he goes. What else he does, guys? We watch the telly. Thank you, Dan Hugh, and little Chrissy Elwell for coming the week. I've been on the hospital bed looking at the scene like Michelangelo. I think what I remember want to paint for 2 weeks it was. So they've come and they put the telly on the mantelpiece, managed to balance it on there. I couldn't type them enough. So we're watching the telly, but getting back to Scrappy, what he was doing was standing in front of the telly. Like that with his face.
Yeah.
Are you son, move? And you just go. Just it wouldn't move.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you say the thing where you go, and you know what I'm on about with that thing like that. So when you put that on his neck, he moves. So he stands in front of the television while watching the TV until he gets where he's going. Do you know he's got that, don't you? Can't play with that thing. She's got him spoiled steaks and everything. It's more than me. Fish steaks. Unbelievable.
Don said, Brian, did you ever think all them years ago in the future you'd be helping people? Don, he always, even all them years ago, even when he was like the other Brian, he used to always the other Brian, there's two Brians. Bad Brian, good Brian.
Good
but you're always
good.
She
called me, guys. Stop it, bad Brian. Bad Brian, no. Big good Brian back. Bad Brian, stop it.
Yeah, so when he was the other Brian, like years ago, he always looked out for people. So I can remember him going out into nightclubs and I'd be watching, and he'd just be handing money out there right and centre, and always took care of people if anybody ever was getting picked on, bullied or anything like that. So he's always had a helping type of personality in him anyway.
And I was training instructor at 18 when I helped people to train and things like that. So went to the door at 20-year-old Redcar, and we're talking John Pickard the other day. Thanks for coming and helping to see us anyone again.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a great guy as well.
Brian, do you know Ian Lawrence bodybuilder? Oh yeah, Ian from Steel City. Yes. What a lovely laddie, isn't he?
I thought it was Mark that one.
Oh, is it Mark?
Yeah.
Mark Lawrence.
Is it Ian or Mark?
Is that
the bodybuilder Steel City? Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, we've got him on our
Facebook. Hold on. I thought it was Mark.
I don't. Is it?
Was it Michael?
No.
Is that the thingy?
Oh,
the one who works at Rosebery Park. He knows what Rosebery Park.
Right, hold on. So is it Ian Lawrence?
All that time I'm calling Mark. No, he's ignoring me.
Oh no, it's Mark Lawrence, I think. You're right.
It is Mark Lawrence.
Is he related to
Mark?
Mark. Let me have a look. Is it Mark now? He's got me thinking.
It's Mark Lawrence. Steel City. He bought that gym off. I think it was off Timmy, my friend from Redcar used to train with us. Me and Mark Lenny used to all train. Tony Bucko. We all trained in the Olympia gym years and years ago, and we used to have a good laugh there. It's Mark, yeah, definitely.
All right.
So he had that gym, and I went in that gym, and my nose was doing me head in with this thing. She should give me a So we went. I went to that gym and I did a 2,000-pound leg press in the gym, and the machine snapped, and it's still broken. The leg press to this day. All them years ago, I broke it when I was about 26, I think.
Darth Boom. Everyone's got that if you've got Darth Boom. When you both wish you
all them years ago I broke it when I was about 26, I think.
Darth Boom. Everyone's got their favorite, haven't they? Darth Boom, when you both, wish you both good health. Oh, thank you so much. Right, let's have a look. Looking a lot better, Gary said.
Yeah.
Brian, he is now looking better, isn't he? But that's why I wanted him to do them videos in the beginning, because I just think it'll give people inspiration and hope, and to see that they change. Of Brian, I mean, unreal, isn't it? But
well, the state I was in before I went in the night before, I was pain. I couldn't. The pain was terrible. I was taking tons of painkillers on and everything. So it's only having a little tiny bit out compared to what I was having. But I'm still on the same medication what the doctor's giving me. But I'm still doing all right. Doing miles better. Every step counts. Yeah,
that's good about Josh. Yeah, keep it up. With Joshua, we did the podcast with. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
and anything over, they're going to help others.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's really good people, smart people.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they are good. This wants to be in the he wants to be a fireman, doesn't he? So we're hoping to get that sorted. We don't want to train him when he gets his operation.
And we'll do another
podcast to see him progress in the training as well.
I just noticed he's put that on. He's put that on twice, that lad, and then he's put it in capital letters. I don't know why. Yeah. Agreed on looking better, big fella. You hope you're better soon. Christopher Kickboxer Bureau. Right, my partner lives down in Saltburn, a little village called Boosbeck. So nice down there. That's
we were there the other day.
Do you know what? Because I'm originally from Rickham, we were over that way the other way.
Boosbeck the other day.
Next time you're down to see you, Christopher, you should call in, shouldn't you? And see you. Yeah, definitely. Brian needs to start selling bands of Vaseline. I know I didn't believe him, John, and I put it on tonight, and I can't believe it.
It makes you, it shines your face all and paint. I might start putting big bright. Yeah. At the cinema near you from Monday. Certificate X.
Tony, I am fine, thank you, Brian. I am 42 here in Dubai, but I enjoy listening to you. And I'm a mate, you two are very nice people. God bless you both. Oh, thank you, Tony.
Thank you,
are you the one that's going to take us for a meal when you come back to England? Because we're going to all sit to it.
Everyone's called Tony.
No, he said. I'm sure he said when he comes to England he wants to meet up with us.
Yeah.
I'm sure he watches every week. Might got it wrong. Right. Anita's are very moody and sulk. Yeah, Akita's are very moody, sulk, just like my dog. You're right, Carol. They're so animated, aren't they?
They're like, they're so intelligent. They just know when to pull your hamstrings. You think he's swinging, wouldn't
it? Yeah.
Like, so you're crying type of thing. But there's a film called Hachi for everyone out there to know about Akita. It's about a dog. It's a true story. The man had him and he died, and he waited 12 years at a train station. The people that worked at the train station used to feed him every day. There's a giant statue called Hachi. It tells you the story. Yeah. He waited for 12 years for the owner. The most loyal dog on the planet.
Yeah.
They go back 600 years, Akitas. To the
I was
beautiful, aren't they?
You keep telling me to watch it, but I don't want to cry.
Oh, it's brilliant. You can't help it. He's just so loving the dog. And that's what they like. But in Japan, where they come from, if they come from Akita, that's why they call them Akita, the mountain regions in the snow. In there, they don't bring you a bunch of flowers or chocolates. They bring you a little Akita key ring or a little toy dog of an Akita because the good luck. Yeah.
Phil's just saying there, Crawford. Funny story, every Sunday my dog has to have a full Sunday dinner or it sucks. That's what there's funny.
I'll tell you when I walked with my dog, when me and my brother was looking after my brother, and I made him some cake and custard, and I had a bit myself, jam sponge and Sunday dinner. And Scrappy went, oh, louder than that. You could hear him all over the estate. I had to give him half of his cake and custard and feed him with a spoon. Then every day my brother would get his, I'd have to give him it on the side, so it's not good for them, obviously, the dog. But he loves cake, done in custard.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah. Darius Live, are you, Brian and Emma? Hope you're well. Are you?
Yeah, we're fine, thank you. I'm getting there.
Lennox Gilly, looking well, be glad. Nice one.
Cheers, Lennox, mate.
David is, even the dog's smiling. Yeah, he does smile. He does. This is definitely the best version of Brian Cockerill, and who knew him all them years ago. We'd all be sat here miles away laughing at life, Brian. Brilliant, guys. Oh, yeah, I know it's strange, isn't it? Because I knew Brian like 30 years ago when he was the other Brian, and then I met him again. And
the other Brian. It's great, this one, isn't it?
Two Brians. Not until I turn into Brian. Right.
Bad Brian.
Bad Brian.
That's what she called me.
When you
go on the moon, I'll go.
Oh, we've been Bad Brian now.
Bad Brian. Big Bad Brian. No, they've got about 4-year-olds, so she makes you feel stupid. You can't argue with her. You can't win. You just go, all right then. Then about half an hour later, look at your house.
How are you and your wife doing? Right, we're fine. Thanks, John. It's been a couple of hard few weeks, but we got there, haven't we?
It's for you. Well, I've been out for both of us. I've been in a hell of a lot of pain, tears a few times, but pain's going to put myself in a home with her because I thought it was too much for you. And she said, "Oh, my dead body," she said, and I'm looking after you. He kept
saying, "I'm going in a home," so he said one night.
No, but I was being nasty. I wasn't being nasty one bit. I was trying to say it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much for her. So I just thought, looking after the sides of me and sides of her, it's just too much. Got over the hardest part now. They said up to 3 months to 6 years, not 3 months, 3 months to 3 years before I could walk and do things. But same day or the next day, I can't remember what day it was. I got out of the bed and walked just 4 or 5 paces, and they went back with me. But I still did it, and then psychologically, my head I knew I was paralysed because I kept thinking I'm paralysed, no, bed up for about 4 or 5 hours. So I finally got up, walked a bit, and went back to bed. And it was all right.
Do people ever recognise you from the taxman if you're wherever you are? Yeah, even in the supermarket. As McIntyre reached out about a sequel of Change in Your Life. Obviously,
he was on about doing a documentary that with us before. I suppose he went to the mayor of Teesside. I've been asked to go again, but like big style this time by big people high up political, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've asked me to go for the mayor again of Teesside type thing with Middlesbrough or something, but at the moment, I'm just going to get recovery, but there's loads of things. There's somebody just written a script, isn't there? And all we've got found out today.
Yeah, yeah. Do people have a look? Are you Brian and Emma? I'm the lad who had the brain op to remove the brain tumour. I later found out it's grade 3 cancer, fast growing tumour, and that's so. Let me find that comment again. So let me have a look. Stab. Oh, so you've had the I remember had the brain op, so it was stage grade 3. So have they got it all now then, Stab? Because I can't see the rest of your message. It just says and I've so come back to us with that. All I've got to say to the pair of you, you look at all the folks tonight, you put smiles on their faces. Oh, thank you, Don.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I need let's have a look. I'm no good with this thing, Donna. I'm just trying to read your comment. I need to go later. So everyone enjoyed the rest of your night. Thanks, Donna, for coming again. Thank you. Thanks. It's so good to see such a tough man have so much love for people. Oh,
well, that's what makes the world go round, and it's not money, it's love. There's not enough love in this world, and that's why people are sad, and a lot of people are arguing over nothing. When you think, whatever you've been arguing with, arguing with, it's not worth it, because there's a lot of people dying. And then they thought, oh, I was arguing at the time he passed away, or I was arguing there, and you better go around and see them and saying, look, I'm sorry what I said. It's all, can we be friends, cuddle each other, and be friends again, because the world's a better place when you're like that.
Tony Jefferson. Hey, Tony, he says, loving the channel, Brian, and we miss you in the barbershop. Oh, we miss him as well, Tony, from the barbershop. But Tony, you did say that if Brian needed to see you, you'd nip round, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to message us again, because we need your number or something.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's good, Tony. We like Tony.
Right, he's a good person.
Yeah, we do. Right, let's have a look. Sorry about that. Thought you'd missed my post. No. No, he's saying it's just I haven't got my glasses on, and questions when you put the questions up, they appear to us like they'll go up that fast up and down, so I'm having to like use the thing to go up and down, so it's it's quite hard. I'm off to bed, guys. Night, God bless, my door's always open. Oh, thank you, Philip.
Okay, Philip, mate. You have a good night's sleep, son.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a good weekend.
Carol, that's why I said he's got you both well trained. He has, Carol.
Yeah.
Right, K-Staff, I, Brian, and my user certainly helped me through my depression. I was on a few nights ago on my brain tumour. I'm seriously considering to take my own life. You're right. Right to anyone on here. Oh, K-Staff, no.
No good that.
Honestly.
If you'd have done that, you wouldn't have been able to talk to us tonight, would you?
No,
so
but that's what it feels like.
The world's a better place with you in it.
You felt, honestly though, like with you saying you've had that brain up, when Brian came out of the operation and he was in so much pain and that, he did say he felt like just doing himself in, and so we can understand
of course I can.
what you're going through, Case. But
that's just, when I spoke to the doctor, he said this is a normal thing, how your brain works because of the pain, and you're feeling down, you feel miserable, you feel horrible, but it will pass.
Okay, stop, please.
I had the same thing as you a couple of weeks ago, so don't be doing anything
How can we get hold of you? Because we'd like to speak to you. Brian will speak to you and I'll speak to you. So please don't do anything stupid or try and give us a bit of hope of how we can get hold of you.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we'll get better, mate, every day. Get just a little bit better every day. It'll go.
And what you've been through, you can get through anything.
Exactly.
And look at the story. You've got to tell you've got through a brain tumour, so one day you can maybe come on here and help people.
Yeah, of course you can. That's what we'll do.
Yeah. Let me have a look. Are you releasing any more books? Definitely.
Yeah, we've got loads of books to do, but with this being poorly and everything, and Emma's looking after me, so we put them in the back burner. There's plenty of time. We've got people on about movie deals and all sorts in a few days, movie scripts, or somebody was on about writing a TV show and based it on myself. But it's not going to be fact, it's going to be fictional type of thing. So it's like a taxman character. There's loads and loads of different things going through the pipeline, and like I say, Phil Taylor have come out of nowhere. We're going to have Chris Lambriano, our other pen, Tony Turner. We're going to have Terry Ellis, all loads and loads of stuff coming on. Big Joe Egan's coming on. There's loads of people.
Oh, Tony, so it wasn't Tony who said he's going to get us a meal, but even better, right, Brian, when you're mobile, you're more than welcome to come to Dubai and stay with my wife and me. We live right on the beach, and I'll make sure you both have a go. Oh, bless you, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to Dubai.
You're not buying now, though.
Right.
That was very nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thanks for all the videos. Peace and love. Okay, Steph, I'm a bit worried about you, so come back.
Yeah, come back to us. Give us a text on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, because we're a little bit worried. Are you on our Facebook, or can you send us a message with your phone number? Because please don't feel like that. Brian felt like that the other week, but you realised it was only then.
Will go.
It will. Min, see you on here live. Oh, Brian, hope you're doing well. You inspired me to start training again. After mental health problems, you said get your head right with the meds before start training.
That's right, I did.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to get your mind right before you start training, and then as soon as you start training, your mind starts getting better and better, and you can slowly come off the meds and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Let me have a look. Brian, went in mobile. God bless you. Hope your recovery is going well, Brian, and I hope you're not stressing your wife out, mate.
No, not stressing out. I hope, but anyway.
You don't, do you?
No, I don't do anything. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't gamble. I don't go out. I don't do anything. All I do is train when I'm training. That's all I do, and help people.
Anderson, hello from Norway, big fan. Oh, that's lovely.
Hello, mate, from Norway.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's brilliant, that. From all that way to come on our channel, like we were on this.
Fantastic podcast, Brian, mate. I love you both. Good night, God bless. Oh, good night, God bless, and thank you, Dean.
Cheers, Dean, thank you.
Sky Lister, hello from South Shields.
Hiya, mate.
Right, let's have a look. I'm just trying to look at this computer. The messages end up all over, don't they?
Yeah,
Captain Casual, all right, you two from Manchester. Oh, yeah, you're right. If there was a film made about your life, who would you pick to play you?
I haven't got a clue. I just don't know. I haven't got a clue, honest. I haven't got a clue. About 10 people have asked me that over the last year or so. I just haven't got a clue.
Get me some duty-free cigarettes, Don Benko. Are you done? We will.
You can't get them no more, can you now? Because you're not in the EU or something.
I think you can from Dubai.
Well, I don't think you can, because you're not in the EU.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters.
Right. Well, I'm nothing to do with it.
It's
nothing to do with my officers. Customs, it's Sergio, not me. No, do me, I don't smoke.
I'm menopausal, Emma, and having a hormone. Let me have a look.
What is it? Hormone replacement therapy.
And having hormone crash. It's helped watching today. Oh, thanks, Michelle. I'm the same.
That's what's wrong with me. That's why I'm mad bragging.
Oh, yeah, man. I watched that, and it all fell into place. You helped me out big time, so mass respect to you. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Welcome anytime.
Tony, come to Dubai, mate. It'll cost you a ticket. You and Emma will have a great time. Oh, bless you, Tony. Tony, don't keep saying this because I'll be looking for flights.
No, I'm leaving me behind.
I won't. I won't.
Scrap me stuff to the suitcase.
No, we'll wait till you get better and it'll be lovely for you to go somewhere like that, won't it?
Yeah, it would be great.
Hi, guys. Hope you're well. Loves the videos, especially from Scotland.
Oh, yeah. That's where I'm from. Coatbridge, Lanarkshire, Townhead, Monklands. I was born in St Alexandra's Hospital in 1964 at 3:15 in the morning. So there's something else, you know.
TU, are you doing another collaboration with Sean Atwood in this podcast or yours? Always a great chat.
Not at the moment.
No.
Too much bad politics. Too much bad politics for them lot. So
what's it called? Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest for the little boil. Not the one on my bum, the little rat.
Emma's bags packed already.
Yeah.
Dundee, are you buying?
Yeah. Are you, mate?
2 seconds. Right. Is there any more questions?
Yes, before we go.
I and Emma, just keep your faith strong and believe the power of prayer for big bang.
We do.
We totally do.
100%.
Definitely, without a doubt.
So I think that's about it, guys, for tonight. Thanks for listening to the show.
Speaking to you all.
And have a lovely weekend. And remember, God's real, and we love you all. God bless you all.
Thank you, everyone who's watched, and we'll be back.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
I thought that went excellent, love.